Hello and welcome back to Everything Boats with Captain Frank Lanier, where we discuss boats and boating, from maintenance and repairs to seamanship and safety, as well as everything in between. This podcast is a companion to my YouTube channel of the same name, so if you like and find it useful, be sure to subscribe and please check out my YouTube channel as well, where you'll find hundreds of informative videos on pretty much every boating topic imaginable. Today's topic, inspection and maintenance of your vessel's seacocks. Like any equipment located out of sight in the dim recesses of the bilge, seacocks generally receive little thought or attention until they fail. Here are some inspection and maintenance tips on how to keep your seacocks ready, willing, and able. What you're looking at. The most common seacock types are tapered plug, expanded rubber plug, and ball valves. Gate valves are notorious troublemakers and are not recommended for use as seacocks. Not only is the worm gear and associated guts of the thing prone to corrosion and failure, it's also possible for trash to prevent the gate from closing. And unlike proper seacocks, it is impossible to visually confirm that a gate valve is fully open or fully closed. Unflanged ball valves that are screwed directly onto a through hull are also fairly common, although this isn't really an acceptable practice. Modern ball valve types featuring a supportive flange, like the traditional tapered plug units, are a much better option. Material-wise, seacocks will either be of marine-grade bronze or composite construction such as Marlon. Seacocks should be inspected and exercised at least monthly, both to ensure proper operation and to head off any potential problems. Start with a visual inspection, keeping an eye out for issues such as leaks, broken hose clamps, damaged or missing components, handles for example, and corrosion. If part of a bonding system, check to make sure that all connections are tight and corrosion-free for proper operation. Verify the installation of backing blocks and that each is stable, leak-free, and properly sized. The surface area is greater than that of the seacock flange. And in the case of wood backing blocks, rot-free. Check the seacock for smoothness of operation and ensuring that it not only opens and closes, but can be easily reached in the event of an emergency, and that the handle can be moved through its full range of operation without being blocked by equipment, cabinetry, and the like. Seacocks found to be frozen or otherwise inoperative should be serviced immediately, returned into full operation. Other installation faux pas to keep an eye out for include the use of plastic to metal joints, such as a plastic hose tailpipe screwed into a bronze seacock, or the other way around. You've got a composite fitting with a bronze tailpipe or fitting screwed into that. Both materials have different expansion and contraction rates, which can cause a plastic fitting to crack or split. What you also want to watch out for are installations that use a short piece of pipe or hose between the seacock and the through hull. This introduces a potential failure point inside the hull that is unprotected by a seacock. If you are unsure a seacock is working properly, remove the hose and look through the seacock to verify operation or to spot blockages. If the vessel is hauled, another option is shining a flashlight into the through hull from the outside and observing its operation while someone inside opens or closes it. Next up is an inspection of all seacock hoses, making sure they are the correct type, marine grade and approved for use on fittings below the waterline and free from damage, deterioration, and that each end is double clamped with marine grade stainless steel hose clamps where there is sufficient hose barb to allow it. That last bit about sufficient hose barb is important. Otherwise, if you install a second hose clamp and there is insufficient hose barb, then it will just be cutting or crushing the hose. Finally, during your inspection, keep in mind that all hose has a limited lifespan. There's no hard and fast rule, but the recommended replacement time frame is typically 10 years, regardless of appearance. Maintenance. While specific maintenance requirements will vary based on the type of seacocks you have installed, plug, ball, bronze, marlon, etc., general maintenance should include operating the seacock monthly and a good greasing at least twice a year, even for so-called maintenance-free units. Seacocks without a grease fitting can be lubricated while your boat is in the water by following these steps. Close the valve or seacock, pull the seacock hose off, remove the remaining water from the valve and tailpipe. Swab a suitable waterproof grease onto the ball. Inspect the hose for damage and deterioration and corroded hose clamps, etc., while you have it off, and then reattach it. Then exercise the valve 4 or 5 times to spread the lubricant. Note steps 4 and 6, 4 being swab a suitable waterproof grease on the ball, and 6, exercising the valve, can also be conducted from outside the hull when the vessel is hauled to lubricate the opposite side of the ball and seals.